Hello, and welcome to Reactive Terrain, a place where we take good care of our fellow employees. We provide adequate working stations and comfy chairs for all our employees. You're right there, G-Dog.
We don't get tea breaks, so that's the only
No, not allowed tea breaks. No healthcare, no dental.
No insurance.
No insurance.
Just the government share.
Yeah, you got it. And definitely no pension. Work harder!
Hello, and we are. Oh, there we go. It is off. Yes, we can now summon lightning, and it is raining outside, which is quite fitting, really. Yeah. So,
well, there you go. I mean, that's.
You put them on at night time when you've got the trucks rolling around with their lights on, then suddenly you get these bolts of lightning.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, it's going to be super cool. It's going to look wicked.
And if we look to the skies, we're going to see the new thunderstorm lights that are in that also create a very, very moody sense over the mountain range. Look at that. I mean, it looks absolutely aggressive as anything. It really does now. This place is going to look absolutely awesome in the dark. We've started blocking up the windows, so these ones are ready to be painted, and this is going to be the Wall of Fame. So if you've got a channel or you've got a sticker, you're going to want to send it to us, because this is where it's going to go on that board. Look at it. Take a little cruise down the river, shall we? Just over in this corner is G-Dog! And he is mossing up. There's G-Dog's a bit of fencing, some moss.
Hi.
Hi.
What are you up to now?
What are you up to? I'm up to Cameron. What you doing?
Cameron. I was just trying to work out why we got this.
Well, we've got that because that's really low. Look, you can see how low this end is compared to over the other side of the road. It was always designed to congress onto that. Just keep laying in this moss. This is looking awesome down here. Man, that looks so menacing on the camera now.
With the lights.
Yeah. It's made this mountain range look just super, super cool. Got some succulents. Some real life plants just to dot around, give a bit of character to a few more places. Hey, no, G-Dog isn't taking a pee behind me. I don't know what he's doing.
Siliconing.
Oh, he's doing a bit of siliconing. Right, so let's take a look and see what we've been up to. Well, that looks very different, doesn't it, folks? Yep. We tamed the beast. And, yeah, we now have a working waterfall, although I have turned it off because it makes you want to go for a wee every 2 seconds, especially at the age of G-Dog is.
Yes.
Excellent. And G-Dog, I went and got a load of...
more moss.
More moss. We also have the power to summon lightning, which I will do in just a second off my phone. So G-Dog has been busy with the mossing. And then we're going to put some of G-Dog's bushes that we've got kind of here. We're just going to kind of stick them along it as well. They just look ultra cool. We've still got a little bit of ingression. A little bit of water ingression still coming along here.
Yeah.
We'll just keep niggling away at this section here. That's the only bit we've really got to kind of work on. We managed to tame the splash because now it just falls straight down into there, which is cool. So you've got a route going up around the back and then this tricky route coming all the way up here along this plinth, and then we're going to basically put some logs to go across this section here. And yeah, we've got the waterfall now trickling all the way down this edge as well, which just looks ultra cool. Going to make it really, really good to kind of crawl up and cruise around. Yeah, this bit's looking super sweet as well. The new aquarium lights are really making a difference to how it looks as well. Just really does highlight the rock features. We've managed to grab another weekend down in the tracks. It's probably going to be the last full weekend because the kids are now on holiday.
Yeah.
And I've got umpteen gigs all over the place in the next few weeks.
And I'm going back to the seaside for a week.
G-Dog's going back to the seaside. So this weekend we are going to hammer it and get as much done as we possibly can. We're going to start throwing in some detail. I bought it out the windows. So that's really kind of... Actually didn't make as much difference as I thought it was going to do.
No, it actually doesn't make a lot of difference.
Yeah, which is really good, but it also means now when we're videoing, we don't get that light kind of blaring at us while we're trying to do it.
All you get now is the sound going in and out.
Yeah.
Where we're trying to get the sound right.
Yeah.
We're trying to get everything right.
I've got a new mic system that's going to come down here so that we'll have a central mic and that will pretty much pick up everything and keep it quite consistency. So we don't get that kind of pitch problem up and down. I do try and do that on the editing, but it doesn't always work.
They'll get in there. The trees are getting there now. I've got a couple more trees that are full. We just need mossing. We've got the moss coming in. We've got more G-Dog grass going in.
Starting to look very, very cool. And we're going to try and get the industrial area raised and kind of sheeted up, ready to add some more areas. So at the moment, this is our workstation. This is where we're working from. But we want to kind of get another sheet soaked up and draped over here. But we do want the industrial area actually up slightly higher than the main ground. And we've kind of run out of insulation to put underneath, but we have a plan.
Always have a plan.
Do you know the plan?
Plan B.
No.
Plan A.
No.
How many plans?
It's plan tree.
Plan tree.
Yep. All that wood that I had collected, I'm actually going to put underneath the sheets and use that to make all the rock faces. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why do you not just put them on top of the sheet and then kind of paint them and use them as rocks? The key is I want to get the consistency of the look throughout the whole build. So by putting them on top, they wouldn't look the same as what we've got kind of all the way around. So we're going to put them underneath the sheet and then they'll have all their natural lumps and bumps and we'll try and accent them using the sheet and then we'll paint them so it looks consistent. So that is the plan. Whether we do it today or tomorrow,
Not sure.
We've
got enough to do today.
Yeah, we've been kind of mucking around with water again today.
And I did say it'd take all day.
Yeah, well, we put the last video out and it's fantastic because we did that for a reason. We know what goes through people's minds, and I think sometimes it's okay saying, look, don't do this and don't do this, but actually when you physically see somebody doing it, I think it sticks in your mind a little bit more. So, you know, we were trying to show different options, different ways that really wasn't going to do the job. We knew we were going to have to put more water storage underneath because we were stacking the system so high that we were relying on the surface to keep the water rather than it all underneath. Now we have about 200 litres underneath and it never runs out. And actually, it's quite cool to see comments coming in that people are kind of problem solving correctly as well. I did see a comment, I think it was from Wingnut, about putting a dual bypass on the outlet. So you've got one returning back to the filter and then one going up, and absolutely spot on, nail on the head, that one, because that's exactly what we did do. Just rediverted half the flow. Well, it's not even half the flow. It's just a percentage of the flow back to the tank to keep it constantly cycling, and it worked a charm. In fact, I think tomorrow we might actually get to play on the course.
No.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just getting this last section laid in. Now we've used all the lumps of log that we had kicking around, and we're going to drape the drop cloth all over it with the cement on it. We've got a little ramp access, just a few little bits at the back just to break up this, but the petrol station is going to sit in that little gap, and then you're going to be looking at this big industrial area. That's a metre by metre square pallet, so you can actually stand on this area. And G-Dog is slaving away as usual. Look at him go. Yay, G-Dog.
Still got loads of white bits. Bit more water.
And yeah, we're going to drape it over and just get this one covered however it looks. G-Dog's playing with his bit of fluff.
Better than me bush. Just decorating the trees. Just trying.
So it's just using heat glue because it goes off a lot quicker than super glue. You don't have to hold it. It's a lot quicker technique. And he's just bulking out all the little branches on it. Now we will be doing another series which will show you just short videos of how to do all of this. But at the moment we are struggling with time to do anything else. But you know,
this is a huge project. I don't think we realised how big this is.
Yeah, it's pretty big. And we've set ourselves a bit of a time limit for various reasons. Look how cool this looks. Now, I know some of you might kind of not like the old shipwreck thing going on, but do you know what? It just adds that extra little bit of detail to this awesome looking waterfall. And it looks like the kind of waterfall's kind of, maybe the boat just come off the waterfall and crashed into the rocks below. You know, maybe an old smuggler's hole or something like that. We found these as well when we were cleaning out. We found these like little wooden figures which we're going to put up. Or not, either side of the waterfall as well. If they want to stay. Smugglers Fall. Yeah, there we go. The Smugglers Fall. Done. Named. Put a little bit of mud down by the farm. Getting ready to... So that's all then ready for the diorama and everything. Yeah. Got some trees to flock up with the grass. We're actually going to be making a bit of mud as well from the sawdust, which is simply sawdust and brown, but it will just give a little bit of texture like the grass does, just to places like this. So you've got a little bit more of a, I don't know, yeah, just add a little bit more like here and just break up the area just so it looks a lot better. We did start draping this area, although we've ran out of cement, so it was very thin. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is not how you do it. But we're going to get another bag of cement and get it all pasted up, and it won't look nothing like this once we're finished. But this is what happens if you don't put enough on it. Look, it goes all flexible. So here's not what to do. So that's the platform for the industrial area, and the road layout comes up through there. You go up onto them kind of, I guess, concrete. Maybe we'll do a bit of tarmac. I'm not sure yet. The old petrol station is actually going to be just sat on the old bit of road just here. And then you go up to this nice new kind of posh, all singing, all dancing, all lit up industrial area, which is going to look super cool with all this stone and trees and everything all based around it. And that means that you can then crawl around this whole area and back down. place is looking great with all the green now going on. Alright, so as you can see, what we're doing now is just really just starting to lay in loads of detail. Bits of log, bits of moss. And really this is kind of just looking at pictures of nature and just kind of replicating to your best ability about kind of what you want to do. As you can see, if you look back at one of our old videos, the old broom bristles are starting to appear again. These look great for reeds along the riverbed. In fact, we might even put a little bit of glue on top of these to really make them look like buckwheats sticking out. And yeah, shipwrecks in. The little totems are up on Smuggler's Fall. What we're going to do is take a bit of glue and actually just accent the high levels and kind of bring a bit of grass up around them so they look like they have been in there for a long time. The grass has kind of grown over them. Really kind of give it a bit of character. Going to do a little bit of grass work on some of these as well, just so that it really does look like it's been in there for a while. G-Dog's still treeing. Doing his Bob Ross now. Dab, 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 dab. Get rid of all the copper. Just put a dead tree in over here. I mean, this looks fantastic with a bit of moss at the bottom. This dead tree just sticking out by this little section here. Super, super cool. Yeah. It's the best part, really. This is where it all starts to take shape. This is all natural coming up here. I had this massive clump of moss that I've used. I'm actually just going to trim these bits of grass down with a pair of scissors, just so they look a bit more scaled. And got the stairwell going up, and I basically just natured this all up. This is proper plant, proper moss, bit of soil in there, and that'll obviously, this will get wet from going up in and out of the waterfall. So yeah, it'll make a good organic area for stuff to grow. So there you go. That is this episode all wrapped up. Although this episode, it was a little bit wetter outside than what it was inside this week.
Yes, but we had lightning inside and not outside.
Yes, this episode we managed to control lightning from our very fingertips. So that's going to be super cool once we get into night mode. The lights do all kinds of different things. I can create cloud cover coming over. So I'm basically going to sit on the app and do a reactive terrain weather schedule.
Yeah, which
is pretty cool.
Because you're going to get wet when you come here. Anyway.
Yeah, the waterfall is under control.
Yes.
It is flowing.
Yes.
It is working, and we've had a play.
We actually got the cars out this weekend, which, I mean, we've been dying to do, but we had to get
been,
we just, if they're going to get wet, it doesn't matter.
I mean, the river's not as deep as it looks. There is the plunge pit, which is underneath the Goonies. Or Smugglers Fall, which is now known as. There is a massive plunge pit down there, which we obviously didn't go into. But I did go up and around the waterfall with it on. It wasn't too bad.
No.
And I ventured right round towards the little bridge just there as well and survived. So, and that's without a waterproof rig.
Yeah, we both had a little go and without waterproof. So it is doable. We wanted to make sure that if you haven't got it waterproof, that it can be done. Obviously, if you fall over...
Yeah, if you fall in it, it's going to go everywhere.
You're not waterproof.
No, that is... Especially when you're trying to get up, like, this little bit just here. That's really tricky, and if you come off that, you're in the water.
You've got to have a pair of
and that it is just at the bottom or kind of just creeping up to the servo. So if you go sideways in that, you're definitely going to get something wet. G-Dog's been busy with his green fingers. Yeah. Oh, not too bad.
No,
not too bad.
Bit green. I mean, we've got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trees in.
6 trees, yeah.
The top of 7 trees. The top of the waterfall. I love it's looking really cool.
We didn't go too heavy up there because actually the space is really narrow. We made it really narrow up there, so it's quite tricky to try and turn around.
I can't turn around in it.
It's definitely doable, but you need a bit more space.
I love the boat. I mean, some of you might not, but do you know what? I think that really does.
We wanted to just give it a little bit more. It was just it was a big space that just needed something a little extra, and then rather than filling it with stone that you probably will never use, we filled it with something cool that looks great on camera. The new the last section has been covered, not completely yet, so we've still got to do a bit more work up there.
To be honest, that can sit for a little while. It's not.
Oh yeah, it's not essential.
It's not essential. We have still got plenty of areas we can play.
Yeah, plenty of areas, and still plenty of dressing up. I mean, we spent most of the weekend, and really all we dressed up was all the moss for the rivers, all the trees around the river, the waterfall.
Well, we kind of
got up to the farm. It's kind of like
one little section.
Yeah, kind of the corner done.
But it's still never going. It's never going to be finished.
No, it will never be finished. So we've had a few requests about kind of short videos on some of the tricks and tips, and I have said it previously before. We will get round to doing some 5-minute craft videos with just time. It's kind of and I could be lazy and I could just edit the videos. I've already put it in. I'm not like that. I want to do a nice kind of craft series. And we need the place a little bit tidier. So as soon as we get that working space done, we'll get those videos out. If you put a message like someone did, I will help you out and I will find the bit you're looking for and I will message you back the time zone of it so that you don't have to kind of go through the whole video to try and find it. We knew August was going to be a little scarce down here, but even still, we will try and get another episode out on something. I don't know what.
We'll try.
So, if you are new to the channel, then welcome to Reactive Terrain, the home of crazy mini crawler courses. And make sure you hit the subscribe button because you don't want to miss out on any of the fun. And really, on that note, there's only one thing left for us to do.
That is.
Hit the subscribe button.
Hit the like button.
And that notification bell. And I'll see you next time.